In the past decade, we've seen the level of NBA professionalism reach new heights. Teams have more resources for training and nutrition. During the season, players are expected to follow team recommendations and meet minimum standards, if not exceed them. But during the offseason, players are left to themselves. The offseason is the great divide. Some players use the offseason for some rest. Some opt for some intense training to learn new skills, like James Harden, who usually works on a new move to bend current NBA rules. Other players, like Russell Westbrook and Jimmy Butler, take training to the highest level. In 2020, we effectively had 2 NBA off-seasons. Players had all the opportunity to maintain or make improvements. While some worked on their game, others worked on their physique. Today, we'll discuss the 10 most shocking NBA body transformations in 2020. Number 10. Cam Johnson. Phoenix Suns fans have crowned themselves champions of the bubble after a successful run that saw them go undefeated in 8 games. The major offseason acquisition of Chris Paul has many in the basketball world wondering just how good the Suns can be this season. Suns fans are salivating with visions of CP3 pick and roll with DeAndre Ayton. And of course, Devin Booker is always waiting to get another 70-point game. But many people are overlooking second-year player Cam Johnson. In his rookie season, Cam averaged 22 minutes per game and was a major contributor off the bench. The long and quick forward averaged almost 9 points per game while shooting 39% from the field. But Cam used the offseason to take on a physical transformation, packing on 10 to 12 pounds of muscle. Coming back from a 4-month hiatus, Johnson's coach, Money Williams, stated, "I was blown away at the changes that he's made to his body. Look for Cam to make use of his new assets this season, while the Suns push to make the playoffs." Number 9. Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo has never been one to be in shape. Not that Melo has been fat during his career. Let's just say he didn't have a beach body. When it comes to playing shirts and skins, we think it's safe to assume Melo was writing to the shirts team. And maybe the past few years with OKC and a brief stint in Houston didn't help. Stints that mostly involved Melo standing around the three-point line on offense and playing the statue position on defense. Hell, for a brief moment, we thought Anthony was out of the league, but the Portland Trail Blazers took a chance on him. And lucky for them, this new humble Melo seems to be upping his level of professionalism when it comes to self-care, diet, or exercise. Whatever it was Melo was up to, he came to the NBA bubble ready, looking like a new man. Instead of hoodie Melo, it's now skinny Melo. Number 8. Rajon Rondo. Rajon Rondo entered the league a bit of a sneaky physical specimen, and while he suffered injury issues during his 14-year career, he's been near the top end of the league when it comes to fitness. But after his first season with LeBron and the Lakers went out with a whimper, King James issued a challenge to Rajon to improve for the next season. Well, whatever it was that LeBron said must have caused something to stir in Rajon's mind. Of course, he waited until the NBA sat on a quarantine break. Why wait until so long in the season? It was time for playoff Rondo. When the NBA reconvened to finish the season, a video of a yoked Rondo in shooting practice took over social media, and Rondo went from zero to hero, helping the Lakers to their 17th NBA title. Number 7. Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard's career has been a non-stop roller coaster, one where it seems neither us or Dwight can decide if it's time to get off. Never one for professionalism, and seen as a locker room cancer, it looked like Howard would stay unsigned for the 2019-2020 season. But the Lakers and LeBron gave Dwight a chance to prove the doubters wrong, all for the NBA veteran minimum. A lot of Dwight's recent struggles in the league may have been due to his physical gifts. The league has changed a lot since he has entered, and Dwight is just huge. The NBA is less of a power game and more about finesse. When Dwight suited up for his Lakers debut, fans were shocked, not just by the length of his tiny shoulders, but the dude was skinny. In the offseason, Dwight busted his ass to lose over 25 pounds. Dwight 2.0 was leaner, faster, and in a limited role, able to help the Lakers win another championship. Number 6. James Harden. Now we all know that the quickest way James Harden could lose some weight would be to shave his beard. I mean, that's gotta be 5 pounds at least. And while James normally uses the offseason to work on step back and one-legged threes, he must have gotten bored from the break. From March to July, Harden spent the majority of this time going through intense workouts in Phoenix, Arizona, a regimen that involved the usual suspects of weight and speed training along with cardio. But James was doing daily pool workouts and yoga. James came back to the bubble ready to perform step-back dribbles for a full 48 minutes. Of course, this wouldn't be the first time James has slimmed up in an NBA offseason. We're not sure how much the beard lost, but let's hope he can keep it off, unlike the last time. Number 5. Zion Williamson. Zion Williamson stole the basketball world's heart in his single season playing for Duke, a sure thing to go number 1 in the draft. Pelicans fans felt that they had won more than an NBA lottery when he arrived in New Orleans. But what was unexpected was just how much of Zion there was to go around. Listed as 6'6", and 285 pounds. Many thought he was pushing well over 300 pounds. Surely he would be able to play himself into shape. Well, as it would happen, Zion tore his meniscus in the preseason. We would all have to wait to watch Zion bounce and explode around the court. After a successful debut, Zion would go on to average almost 24 points and 7 rebounds in 19 games. But he missed the NBA bubble. It seems that extra time has paid off, shedding 25 pounds and putting on 10 pounds of lean muscle. Zion's teammates say he looks ripped and ready for the 2020 season. Number 4. Marc Gasol. Never one to be known for his chiseled features, Marc Gasol was a bit chubby as a young player for FC Barcelona, but he soon slimmed down during his first few NBA seasons. During his time with the Grizzlies, he has always held himself in professional guard during the season, but in the offseason, he can be found holidaying with family and eating rich foods in Hispania. He even capped off his title season with the Raptors by chugging an entire bottle of wine. At nearly 7 feet tall, Marc's weight has fluctuated over the years, perhaps peaking with age. Imagine the surprise when Marc's off-season secret went viral on social media. Looking like he lost 20 to 30 pounds, Marc looks more like a marathon runner than a basketball player. Hopefully, for the Lakers, Marc is planning to play basketball. Number 3. Luka Doncic. When Luka entered the league, he didn't have to worry about the old reputation of European players being soft. Many others had paved the way before him, but Luka did enter with a reputation for being a different kind of soft. What kind is that? The doughy kind. Never one to turn down snacks or fast food, Doncic has maintained a healthy level of baby fat, despite being an elite athlete. But Luka spent the offseason working on his physique in hopes to improve his upcoming MVP campaign. Joining back up with Slovenia national team was all it took for Luka to reevaluate his diet and slim down. And it looks like it worked. In the playoffs, Luka capped off a 40-point triple-double with a buzzer beater over the Clippers. He just looked faster. Apparently, Mark Cuban has made his promise to keep his six-pack going into the new season. Number 2. Mo Bamba. In his first 2 seasons with the Orlando Magic, Mo Bamba has been unable to live up to the potentials that many NBA personnel have seen in him, sometimes struggling to get game time. Bamba has been determined to do whatever it takes to improve. During the time when the NBA season was suspended in March, Bamba took his training upon himself, making the most of his time. He built a personal gym in his downtown condo and moved some weight around. He kept up routine basketball workouts to make sure the strength wouldn't affect his shot, but to get that extra edge, he got in a personal chef to overhaul his eating habits. Incredibly, in 3 months, Mo was able to add 20 pounds to a 7-foot frame. Hopefully, he'll put his new size to good use with the Magic this season. Number 1. Nikola Jokic. We had to put this next one at the top, not because of the amount of body transformation, but because of how unlikely it was to occur. Nikola Jokic is a big dude even by NBA standards. At 7 feet tall, he's always had a large frame. But regardless of the Nuggets' listed weight, he sure didn't look made of muscle. Jokic's game seems to be based more around his IQ and coordination than anything. Speed, power, quickness? Nikola does not need these things. His brilliant passing takes opposing defenders out of the play quicker than any drive to the hoop could. His high arching jump shot requires no lift to get over opposing centers. And every season, Jokic seems to come in with a healthy load of no off-season training. He usually starts slow and plays his way into shape as the season progresses. But during the postponement, the madman found a few ounces of motivation to, well, exercise without a basketball. A svelte Jokic returned to the NBA bubble, and every NBA fan had to do a double take. And Jokic upgraded, must have felt the difference as he guided the Nuggets to the Western Conference Finals. Fat people everywhere had to be let down. Who could they look up to now? NBA players are elite athletes. Normal people like us should never compare ourselves or look up to them for guidance. Unless, of course, you can afford your own personal trainer and chef. Oh, and have that little thing called time. But during that downtime of life, take a tip from the NBA and find something productive to do. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let us know which players could use a body transformation in the comments. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you don't miss out on all of our latest content. See you next time!